What is the pettiest reason you don't want to date someone? I'd assume they will cheat on me no matter how good they are. Dunno how to get rid of the feeling. Apparently if you don't like how someone looks it's petty. So, that. Sorry not sorry. I can't date someone who reminds me of my grandma or such. Pronouncing a th sound as a f sound. As in I've been thinking, I think this is mostly a British thing to be fair, but as a Scot I come across it a lot and it drives me nuts. A girl said she was 2 weeks older than me and I felt the interest leave my body instantly. Annoying voice. She had like a really thick Wisconsin accent and said, "Eh all the time." I'm not attracted to women who are overweight. It feels petty and shallow, but I dunno how to change. Time. I'm a busy person. She can't make said time with a few minutes of a wiggle room, then don't bother showing up at all. I'd say obesity or just being fat. Also the relationship they have with food. I've been on a really strict diet and fitness journey after my last relationship ended, and the only women that show interest in me are women who don't go to the gym as often as I do. I'm pretty lean and would like someone that's smaller than I am. Weight-wise, and the relationship they have with food has started to impact my choices too. I'm not saying I want a woman who only eats salads or anything. But if they are constantly snacking on junk food, fast food, soda, sweets, etc., then it won't work out. I like them in very small moderation, but ideally I'd like someone who limits them a lot. People that express their love for one thing by on another thing. I love dogs and cats. I'm just more familiar with cats than I am dogs, but I see greatness in both. So when someone tells me dogs greater than cats and therefore I love dogs because cats are, and opposite, I get annoyed. What's your favorite life lesson you've picked out of a fictional movie? Audrey Hepburn and Sabrina taught me how to crack an egg one-handed. A Bronx Tale, never date a selfish broad. Look out for the man who isn't smiling. The Godfather, never sit with your back to a door. The Wizard's first rule, people believe what they want to believe. Fried green tomatoes, be better insured. The secret is in the sauce. Star Trek plus The West Wing define virtually my entire moral compass and outlook on humanity and interpersonal relationships. So, life is what we share when we're being uncool and quat. Almost famous. Quit with appearances. Have a passion. But don't expect to be cool because of it. It's also the advice I give guys who are all how do I meet the one and quat. You go make your perfect life with all your passions and goals, really get things just right. Then you'll meet some girl who's going to, all of that up. But he worth it. Al Pacino's climactic speech from Scent of a Woman. It's a controversial one. Since one of its fundamental themes is rejection of customs that require witnesses to provide honest testimonies under threat of perjury. At the same time, the speech celebrates the will to stand apart from a corrupt status quo in service of individual principle, even if the cost of doing so is to sacrifice a fortuitous future. Some men just want to watch the world burn. Alfred in Batman Begins. Some people just want chaos and destruction, and it's not what they get out of it. It's about denying others what they want. Mr. Freeze from Batman taught me there is no true evil in this world. Or at least it's very rare. Just opposing forces. No evil. Even Jeffrey Dahmer just wanted some company. In his own way. Things that are actually applicable to life, guys. The good guy doesn't always win. What movie have you watched more than 5 times? Lots of them. The original Nightmare on Elm Street series. The original Halloween series. The original Friday the 13th series. All 5 Scream movies. All of the Paranormal Activity movies. All of the Marvel movies. The Bay. Cabin in the Woods. The Blair Witch. Shawshank Redemption. The Proposal. Princess Diaries 1:2. Short Circuit 1:2. Howard the Duck. Flight of the Navigator. Smokey The Bandit 1:2. Cannonball. Demolition Man. All of the Final Destination movies. Pretty sure there's more than that. Ratatouille. Always love the interaction between Remy and Linguini despite the fact they can't talk to each other and have to rely on basic understanding. Breakfast Club. Up in Smoke. Blade Runner. Star Wars. The Empire Strikes Back. Elf. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I am old. There are likely more, but those are off the top of my head. The Return of the Jedi. Braveheart. Chasing Amy. A Christmas Story. Groundhog Day. Jason Takes Manhattan. Yeah. I know. Edward Scissorhands. Kate and Leopold. Mars Attacks. The Fly. Jeff Goldblum version. John Carpenter's The Thing. Evil Dead 2. Escape from New York. Big Trouble in Little China. National Lampoon Christmas Vacation, almost yearly. And Nightmare Before Christmas. Probably a whole lot of others too. But it's easy to miss a few. Tarkovsky's Stalker. Wong Kar-wai's In the Mood for Love. Francois Truffaut's Day for Night. Miyazaki's Howl's Moving Castle. And of course, Lord of the Rings. An innumerable amount of times. What is your best joke yet? I like my women the same way I like my bourbon. 14 years old and mixed up in coke. 3 sings walk into a bar. I don't remember the exact joke. But one time I was at work and I told a joke that was so funny that the head of HR asked me to come into their office and repeat for them. What kind of music do fish like? Anything catchy. How do you keep an idiot in suspense? I dunno. The guy never told me. What do you call a 3-legged donkey? Wonky donkey. What do you call a 3-legged donkey with one eye? Winky wonky donkey. What do you call a three-legged donkey with one eye? Playing the piano? Plinky plonky winky wonky donkey. I needed some folders and was so surprised to find out the stationery store moved. If a man speaks in a forest and there's no woman around to hear him, is he still wrong?